Hello, hello. It is that time. We're going to find out what card you chose. First, we're going to take a look at each card individually. This is going to be the most dominant energy over the next couple of weeks for you based on the card that you chose. We are then going to put together all four of the cards to see what is the storyline, the plot, the energetic outline that all of us are going to experience over the next couple of weeks. At the end of this, you'll be able to put together all of the energies based off of the four cards, take a look at what's going on in your life, figure out how does that energy fit the specific situations in your life, and then look back on the card that you chose as the most dominant energy, and how does that more dominant energy or advice play out for you, so that you can take that away over the next couple of weeks and use that energy to navigate over the next couple of weeks. So if you chose card number one, you chose opportunity. If you chose this card, you're being encouraged to take advantage of opportunities that might come your way over the next couple of weeks. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you chose this card, you may not even realize that you are looking for an opportunity. You may not see that there's an opportunity in front of you. There might be something that's kind of hidden, or you're distracted from it. So this card is asking you to really just pay attention over the next couple of weeks. What are the opportunities that are presenting to me? As you see, like, this person doesn't know that there's this flowers behind, and it's really just it's about what she can see and also what she can't see. So pay attention to even those things that you can't see, because they might hold some value. You also may be looking or need to take some sort of a break or a rest over the next couple of weeks. So pay attention to, what is my body telling me? Do I need a time out? Right? So then that would mean, if you're feeling tired and, someone calls you on the phone and says, hey, let's go out and do something, you're going to say, actually, you know what? I need to honor my body, and I don't have energy to do that right now. And I just feel like I need to recharge. If that's how you're feeling, or whatever it is that you're feeling, take a time out. This suggests too that you not only that you don't see all of the situations that are in front of you, but you might not be feeling confident or feeling like you know exactly which choice you want to make over the next couple of weeks. So if you're faced with a choice, you may be feeling like you're having a hard time deciding, A or B. It feels like I'm at the eye doctor, when they flip the lens and they go A or B, 1 or 2, so that's kind of what it feels like. You might be not quite sure. This might even have something to do with how you feel about a certain relationship in your life, or a certain friendship in your life. Maybe some sort of a group or network that you're a part of. It could be a work group or a group of friends, whatever this is. And there could be opportunity maybe to invite new connections into your space. But whatever it is, just feel like you want to remain open and curious about whatever opportunities might come your way over the next couple of weeks. If you chose card number 2, completion is your card. So if you chose this card, this feels like I'm just feeling like I need to be done with certain things. It almost feels like I'm had it up to here and I'm just saying no more. I'm not doing this anymore. Also, this may be releasing an idea or something that you've been carrying or being stubborn about releasing maybe something that you've been hanging on to that is maybe expired. It's like, whatever it is, what is it that you're ready to be feeling that sense of completion about? Feeling like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Maybe it's drama. Maybe it's, a health concern. Maybe you're feeling like you want to start a new diet or get on an exercise routine, and you've been like making excuses because you don't have time, or whatever it is, you feel like you've been making excuses. And maybe you've said, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to commit to this, and I'm going to do this. It just feels like you're ready to commit to the next step, whatever this is. And just because I said about a diet or an exercise plan, that's not the main point of the story. The point of this is that whatever it is that you're feeling done with, make a plan to put it behind you, to finish it. Make a plan to do the completion so that you're ready for the next thing. Here's the most important piece of this. Once you say, I'm done, or I'm not doing this, maybe you want to stop a bad habit even, whatever it is. But the most important thing is to give yourself boundaries and say, whatever decision I've decided on, whatever I have said that I want to do, I'm going to make sure that I stick to it by giving myself boundaries. If, maybe you want to quit smoking, let's say, as an example, not doing it anymore, quitting smoking, that's it, I'm done. But you need to give yourself boundaries. For example, not have a pack of cigarettes sitting in front of you, right? Not put yourself around other people that are smoking if you're really struggling to stick with that commitment. So this is really just saying, whatever it is that I am ready to put behind me and not have hold me into some sort of a pattern, I'm willing to let that go. If you chose card number 3, procrastination is your card. What is it that you're resisting? What is it that you're procrastinating? What is it that you're feeling like you need to change? What is it that you're feeling like? Speaking of cigarettes, that's funny. I just noticed that right now. But what is it that you have been not pursuing for whatever reason? What are you procrastinating? And this sometimes really requires a good, honest look in the mirror to say, okay, right, moment of truth. What is it that I feel like I'm procrastinating at this time in my life? What's the thing that I really do not want to deal with, or do not want to do, a conversation that I don't want to have? Whatever this is, ask yourself, where are you procrastinating? Right? That's going to really help. Because, when we procrastinate, sometimes if we procrastinate for long enough, we kind of get lost and we don't know who we are. What is my goal? Where am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to do? So, this is the procrastination card is saying, stop it, cut it out, get it done. You might need to ask for help, or you might need to make a list or some sort of good organization plan. Whatever this is, that's going to help keep you on track just for the small chunk of time that you need to maneuver through this to help you stop procrastinating, stop putting something off. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be a conversation that needs to be had that you haven't had yet. That won't be the case for everybody. Some people will be procrastinating different things. But, for a lot of you, I feel like it's conversations that need to be had. So, yeah, that's interesting. If you chose card number 4, remembering is the card. Sorry, remember. Now, this card is really about a lot of reflection. Take a good look at where are you feeling disconnected. Maybe you need to just find yourself again, right? Remember something that makes you feel inspired. And also reflect on what was the main goal. Because sometimes, here's the thing, sometimes we can go 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, where, we forget what the reason was that we started doing what we're doing. Or what was the goal? Why did I start this in the first place? Let's check in on something that we had decided. And that's where this is saying, remember, go back and reflect on what was the plan before. Where did I stand before? What did something look like before? You may also be encouraged to take a look at your pace. For some of you, this is really going to be a message of urgency that is like, okay, come on, let's go, chop chop. What's the holdup? Let's get this show on the road, kind of a thing. But for some of you, and you need to look within and trust your intuition on this. But for some of you, this card is really going to be encouraging you to slow down, take a minute, take a deep breath, recollect, figure out, I just need to find my center again. Figure out what makes you feel grounded, makes you feel centered. And, just check in on the plan that was happening in the first place. Just a reminder that, you've got support in the spirit world too. That's encouraging you, that's helping you. So if you can slow down just long enough to reconsider, to check in, your intuition will be able to say, hey, remember me? I'm the plan that you had that you've been procrastinating, or that you have been putting off, that you've been maybe not pursuing because you forgot about it. Like, that's actually a thing too. So whatever it is, stick true to what it is that you want to proceed with. What is it that your heart desires? Just check back in on the plan, and don't let yourself be distracted or swayed away from those goals. This is a good card that says check in on what it is that you want to be accomplishing so that you can get back on track with it. Now, let's take a look quickly at all 4 of the cards put together, because that's going to be the overarching theme or the energetic outline of what's going on over the next couple of weeks. So for all of us, this is a really good reminder. Let's keep our eyes peeled. Let's be aware of any opportunities that might present themselves to us. Let's remember that there may be opportunities happening here. There might be things that present themselves. This card tells me too that there is an opportunity to miss an opportunity because you're not paying attention. So it's almost like, it's like something might present itself, but if you miss it, that opportunity is gone. So, don't spend all of your time, trying to create opportunities for, and for some of you, I mean, we do somehow create our opportunities, don't we? But this is just saying, just pay attention, Interesting, right? This may mean that we have to have some completion of some of the other things that are still outstanding. So what is it that we need to finish so that we can be open to other opportunities that might come in for us? Stop procrastinating. All of us need to stop procrastinating. So whatever these opportunities that are coming up, we need to make room for them by, completing whatever it is, by clearing the space. And this says, don't procrastinate. We may have excuses. I'm too busy. I'm afraid. I don't have time. Whatever the excuses are, this is saying stop procrastinating and just do something, even if it's only one thing to get things going, right? And most importantly, remember the goal. Remember why you started doing the thing. Remember that thought that made you feel really inspired, because there's this opportunity that might come out of that. So just remember the promises that you made to yourself. Remember how you felt when you accomplished a certain goal, maybe when you came up with a certain idea or a plan. So these cards look really, really interesting. So I'm wondering if you feel comfortable to share the experience. What is it that's going on in your life right now that relates or can somehow relate to what's going on in these cards? Now is also where I tell you, go back and watch the last video and see how that played out for you. Where does that energy fit over the last 2 weeks? And you'll want to come back to this one and check in a couple of weeks to see how it played out. Because sometimes how we foresee something is not how it plays out. So it's interesting to play with your intuition that way and see what happens. Enjoy the next couple of weeks ahead. We'll meet again in another 2 weeks. Take care. Bye for now, guys.